again. Huh.
My shock was immeasurable. Megaman Dual Override was revealed at the Game Awards a few weeks back, and that was something to highlight for sure. Unless you count Expedition 33 winning like 9 awards, although a few got dropped since it was revealed that they used AI for part of it. But back to the point that Megaman is now said to have a new mainline title releasing sometime during 2027. I'm hoping for early 2027, but beggars can't be choosers. But after so much time passing since the last mainline game, the reveal of a new one is definitely jarring. But to be honest, this is the same way we had between Megaman 10 and Megaman 11 with the 8-year gap, but here we are 7 years later with a new game being revealed. I think I know what Capcom is doing now. But despite that fact, we've held onto hopium, and at last a new game is revealed, so all is well. Is what I would say if I wasn't at least slightly concerned. Rest in peace to all my Sonic and Half-Life fans where our hopium was sadly shattered. I am definitely happy that a new game was revealed, but I'm still concerned that once the game releases, Capcom is going to push Mega Man into the backlog once again, only to be revived whenever they're in the mood for it. But to get to the point faster, Dual Override is Capcom's chance to fully revive Mega Man and to give it the care and love they do for franchises like Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter. The same thing applies to Devil May Cry and Ace Attorney, although I'm not the biggest fan of those franchises, but the point still stands that these are Capcom's top IPs that everyone loves to some degree. I feel bad for the Devil May Cry fans because they got to deal with Season 2 of that garbage anime that everyone but one person dislikes. Generally speaking, let's just go over the reveal trailer to pick apart the details briefly. Mega Man is definitely using a new model compared to the one used in 11, with him being more lanky and accurate to the art style rather than that chibi-ish and more blown-up proportion style that they use in 11. Along with full cell shading on the model, so it definitely has the more anime-esque style that we're used to with Mega Man. The little bit of gameplay shown looks to be pretty good in what you'd expect from Mega Man. This one stage seems to be a festival stage, and some of these obstacles seem to be fireworks, so possibly we could expect it to be kind of like Clown Man stage in Mega Man 8 or any generic festival theme stages that we've seen throughout the series. And in the title drop, we see this sort of transformation that Mega Man has with his armor, so it's likely that this might be this game's version of the double gear system from 11.
Holy shit, is that Proto Man's whistle?
Alongside that, they announced a Robot Master competition so the community can submit in their own designs to be potentially picked and added to Dual Override as one of the 8 Robot Masters. And that's all in terms of content we got for Dual Override as of writing the script, so now it's time for my sort of prediction for the game before we return to the main talking point of the video. Considering we hear Proto Man's whistle, I definitely won't gloss over the idea that Bass could potentially return alongside him. I mean, Mega Man 10 has Proto Man and Bass there, so it's not entirely far-fetched to put in the air. And maybe, just maybe, there's a slight nod to Mega Man X. I know, Dumbboy Mikey already said this, but come on, I love Mega Man X as much as the next guy, can you really blame me? But in terms of predictions, that's all. Dual Override, like stated before, is Capcom's last chance to restore Mega Man and make it a core IP again. They said up themselves that they're working to revive other franchises, and that's great, but they said this before, and look at where that ended up. Last Mega Man game was 11, and that was 7 years ago. If Capcom is genuinely serious about reviving the series, then the way I'd go about it personally is like this. Dual Override releases and is a financial success. Now we have proof that Mega Man can do good on the market again. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky for what to do afterwards. This is definitely a lot of hoping about to come out for me, but just listen for a moment. Take a 1 or 2 year gap and maybe give Dual Override a DLC or something to extend the shelf life of the game while Capcom begins working on a new game or perhaps another collection. Since we only have one collection to go, being the Legends games, and that in and of itself shouldn't take too long since you're just porting over 3 PS1 games to modern hardware via emulation. And the next mainline game could be something like Legends 3 or better yet, Mega Man X9. I'm sorry ZX fans, your guys' game is kinda trash. Especially ZX Advent. But in all honesty, this is just me blabbing about things that will never happen. But for all I know, this video could age like milk on both fronts, with Mega Man getting genuinely carried or gets put back in Capcom's backlog for a while. But to conclude, that is all I have for right now in this first video of 2026. Mega Man X2 is next up on the review block, and I promise to God I won't take as long as I did with them getting Sonic 3 done. And as always, if you all enjoyed, I'll see you all in the next video.